Hello and welcome back to part 2 of 1381 for our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have arrived here in the Arundel home, and this is Alan Arundel. He unfortunately is feeling very sad because, as we know, they have lost someone close to them in the family, and so he is mourning right now. But he does have a birthday roll first thing in this episode, and so we are going to go ahead and we are going to roll for him to see if he's going to be able to age up to a young adult. For that roll, he does have to avoid a 3, 7, or a 19 in order to be able to age up to a young adult. So we are going to go ahead and open up the dice here and just make sure that we can see if he's going to age up. So let's go ahead and give that a spin and see what he gets. So he does roll a 4. That does mean that he is going to get 40 days. So I am going to just go ahead and add him on the timeline an extra 40 days, and we are going to go ahead and age him up to a young adult now. So let's go ahead and do that and see what traits he gets. He was sent a ton of gifts, which we absolutely love. And for his traits, he is materialistic, neat. It says, these Sims are very indifferent and lack understanding of other Sims' emotions. He is poor, he's a quick learner, and he is a sinister Sim. Sinister Sims are always up to no good, trying to achieve their goals no matter the consequences. That being said, Deanna and him do need to go ahead and try for another baby because they are pretty sad right now. I'm not quite sure if... Oh, she's actually already eating for 2. All right, Deanna, you go. All right, so she's currently eating for 2. So we don't actually need to go ahead and get her to try for a baby because she's currently pregnant, which is fantastic news. We are just going to go ahead and continue on with this game. We are needing to go ahead and check in with Victoria Arundel because Victoria is also aging up to a young adult. She is Alan's twin. So let's go see Victoria Arundel. Okay, so we have arrived here with Victoria Arundel. She is a teenager. She is a nun living at the monastery. We are just going to be rolling to see if she can age up to a young adult as well. As we know, she can't roll a 3, 7, or a 19. Let's go ahead and open up the dice, and see what she gets as her roll. So she rolls a 17, which is a good roll. She gets another 40 days as well. Let's go ahead and we are going to age her up to a young adult and see what traits she gets. And for her traits, she got active, materialistic, she's a tempting Sim, she is wealthy, a quick learner, and she is also a sinister Sim. So we are just going to let her go ahead and head on. She looks like she's probably heading back to the monastery here. So we're just going to let her go ahead and head on to the monastery. I'm going to put her on the timeline that she's going to age up to an adult in 1391 when Alan ages up to an adult. And then we are going to head over and see our next person that needs to age up. We have a ton of birthdays in this part. We have 6 toddlers that are being aged up. So the next person that we're going to go see is David Shoemaker. Okay, we have arrived in the Shoemaker residence. David and Audrey are twins. They are aging up to toddlers. They are currently infants right now. We are going to be rolling for both of them to see if they can age up to toddlers. They cannot roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. Let's go ahead and pull up our dice. We're going to roll first for David. So let's give David a roll. David rolls a 1, and so we are going to need to roll a d4 to see how long he's going to have with us. He's going to get 3 years. So let's go ahead and I'll put that on our timeline, and we will check in with Audrey. Audrey's head's kind of cut off here, but we are going to roll for Audrey now. Audrey is going to roll a 2, and she's going to get 16 days. So let me just update that on the timeline, and then we will age them up and give them their makeovers. Okay, so I have updated the timeline, and let's go ahead and hop into casts with them and give them their makeovers now. All right, so David was a cautious infant. As a toddler, he is going to be always sleepy and have a movement developmental delay. And let's go ahead and give him his quick makeover here. All right, there is David Shoemaker after his toddler makeover. Let's go ahead and get his photo for the family tree. And then let's go take a look at Audrey. Audrey was a calm infant, and as a toddler, she is going to be having a communication developmental delay and a movement developmental delay. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. And there is our little Audrey Shoemaker. Let's go ahead and get her photo for the family tree. And now we are going to go and hop over and see Nadia Like and age her up to a toddler. Okay, so we have arrived in the home of the Like residents. We are going to be aging up Nadia and Elise Like. They are also twins. Here is Nadia. As we know, they cannot roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15 for toddlers. So let's go ahead and we are going to roll first for Nadia. Let's go ahead and give her a roll. She is rolling a 9 and is going to get 16 days. And then let's go ahead and roll for Elise, who is just over here, and give her a roll. Elise is rolling an 11, and that is another successful roll, which is another 16 days for Elise. I will go ahead and put them on the timeline, and then we will hop into casts and give them their makeovers. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into casts and give them their makeovers now. So we have Nadia here, who was a sensitive infant. As a toddler, she is going to be wild and always hungry. Let's go ahead and give her her makeover. Okay, there is little Nadia Like, and let's get her photo for the family tree. And let's jump over to Elise. Elise is an intense infant. As a toddler, Elise is going to be having a movement developmental delay and being imaginative. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover as well. Right, there is little Elise Like and her photo for the family tree. And now we are going to jump over and see Lily and Anissa McGrath. We have arrived in the McGrath residence with Lily and Anissa. They are, again, twins, and we are going to need to age them up to toddlers. They can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. We are going to start with Lily, who is over here. So let's go ahead and open up our dice. We're going to give that a roll and see what Lily is going to roll. She rolls a 16, which is a good number. And then we are going to go over to Anissa and give her a roll. She rolls a 7, which is also a good roll. Both get 16 days. I will put them on the timeline, and then we will give them their age ups and their photos for the family tree. We have arrived here in This is Lily. She is a sensitive infant. As a toddler, she is going to be angelic and clingy. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. Okay, there is our little Lily McGrath. Let's go ahead and get her photo for the family tree, and let's hop over to Anissa. Anissa was a calm infant. As a toddler, she's going to have the traits of thinking, developmental delay, and being inquisitive. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. All right, there is little Anissa McGrath. Let's get her photo for the family tree. And now we're going to go and we are going to see Renata. We need to have her try for a baby. So let's go and check in with Renata. We have arrived here in the Arendelle home with Maximus and Renata. And as we know, this family recently had Finn and Bryce. They need to have more children. So we are just going to go ahead and we're going to get Renata to go ahead and go over to Maximus, and she is going to give him a intense kiss, and we're going to have her just have a little bit of romance with him and try to talk to him about trying for another baby. We do want them going ahead and trying to continue their line. They do obviously already have the twins, and they have 2 heirs already, but they definitely want to secure their line. They want to make sure that they are going to have plenty of sons. They do need to have, I think they needed to have 10 children, and as we know, it's not a given that they are definitely going to survive the children. There are chances that they may pass away when they go through their birthday rolls and things of that nature. So having more chances for sons is always a good thing. So we are just going to have them go and try for more babies and see if we can get them pregnant again. And we do have the little ones. They're just here in the bedroom and laying in the floor here. So we love that. But they're going to go ahead and see if they can get expecting again. Once they are done with that, we're going to have her come in here and pee on a piece of wheat and see if that was successful. And hopefully it was. And hopefully they will be able to expand their family. They do have such a cute little quaint home here. I absolutely love it. I am hoping that maybe they can plant a little bit of a garden at some point and they can start growing some things. We would like for that to take place also on this little plot of land. I would like for them to start having some things that they can grow and ways to bring in food and things of that nature. So at some point I may have them start growing some things, but I am just going to get her to come in here and take herself a little bit of a pregnancy test and see if they are expecting. So let's go ahead and get Renata in here and just have her do that. So she's just going to see if their try for baby was successful. And hopefully it was. She, though, is not pregnant. Maybe next time. She does seem sometimes to have difficulty with this. I believe the first time they tried for a pregnancy, it was not successful. And so it takes them a couple of tries to get pregnant. I'm not really sure why that is, but they are not always successful when they try for a baby. I don't understand why that is, but it does take them a couple of tries to go ahead and get pregnant. So we may try again and have them go ahead and see if they can try once more, and if that will work, and then we'll get her something to eat. It looks like Maximus is also feeling a little bit hungry, so we'll have him come down here and grab himself a serving of food as well. And the children are also feeling a little bit hungry, so we will have her go ahead and maybe give them a little bit of a feed, because they are definitely needing to be fed. So we'll have her go ahead and come and feed Bryce and Finn. So can you feed these little ones here, or what's the deal with that? Baby care, feed, breastfeed, and Finn needs to be fed as well. So we'll have her come and feed both of her little ones. So we love that. So we'll just have her feed the children, and we will have her get something to eat because she's also feeling pretty hungry. And as you can see, they did go ahead and try for a baby again. So we'll have her come and take another pregnancy test. So we'll just queue up some things for them here, and hopefully we will find out if we are successful in all of these things. Maximus is just going to go ahead and head on downstairs and get himself a bite to eat. They're both actually going to do that really quickly, feed themselves, and then she'll feed the children and take that pregnancy test. So we'll have them just sit down here together and get a bite to eat. She's like, oh, I can't. I've got to go check on the children. And he's like, but we could have a meal together. And she's like, no, I have to go check on them. I have to. I can hear them. They're upset. So she's clearly worried about the children. She's going to go ahead and come on upstairs and check in on them, make sure they're okay. And she's clearly confused. She's just gonna come on back downstairs and eat. Okay, well, just eat that food really quickly, and then you can take care of the children. Can you do that for me? The children have fallen asleep because they were tired of waiting on her, but she's gonna have to wake them up and feed them at some point. So we'll just have her go ahead and do that. It is currently bright and early in the morning, so we are in, it's July of 1381. We are soon going to be heading on into August of 1381 here, which is going to be fantastic. She's just going to come on in here and feed this little one, which is fantastic. We definitely needed her to do that. And maybe she can go on in there and feed Finn as well. No, she's going to have to wake him up. She is also not pregnant again, so that didn't work. Her trying for that pregnancy test, trying for that baby didn't work the second time around as well. So that is not ideal. All right, let's go ahead and feed Finn. Let's give him a little bit of a breastfeed, and then you can try again for a baby with Maximus. She's like, but Maximus has gone off to sleep. I realize that. Maybe you can wake him up.
Thank you, poor Beth.
Look at her hand the baby off to him. She's like, here you go. Here's your son. I've fed him. Things are good. Now let's go ahead and try for a baby. He's like, again? And she's like, yeah. I'm not getting pregnant. I don't really know what the deal is with that. She's like, I'm a little bit concerned. I also am a little bit concerned. I'm not sure how they're going to have as many babies as they need to have if she is not getting pregnant. I definitely need her to get pregnant. But she's definitely having problems getting pregnant here, and I'm not sure why that is. But we're just going to get her to come on in here and take herself another pregnancy test, and we're going to hope that she can go ahead and get pregnant this time. And it looks like that one did work. Third time's a charm. Let's go ahead and let her get herself off to bed here, and we are going to head over and we're going to see Blythe Goodwell, because Blythe should be going into labor. So we do have some word from Lady Whistledown. It says, alas, dear reader, I am bored as of late. The season stumbles along, and whisperings of the ton have all but been silenced. Gossip these days is in short supply. In fact, this author can think of no event that even merits a mention. Yours truly, Lady Whistledown. All right. So there is nothing going on in society to be heard about. We do have Blythe here. She's very, very pregnant. She is in her third trimester, should be giving birth at any time. She's feeling pretty cold right now, pretty chilled. So we do need to go ahead and maybe get her indoors so that she can go ahead and start warming herself up a little bit. I think maybe I might get her in here and just have her go ahead and fix a little bit of breakfast. Let's do a little bit of honey banana toast. She can make some breakfast for the family. So I'll just get her in the house and she can go ahead and do that. Emil seems to be doing pretty good. And Robert, honey, you are late for work. So why don't you go ahead and go off to work there? And we'll just go ahead and send Blythe on in here. She's going to go ahead and cook. So that's fantastic. We absolutely love that. Once she is done with the breakfast, she can come out and check the mail. And we will just wait for her to go ahead and go on into labor here. And we love that. So Emil is just outside wandering around. This is their little toddler here. He's super, super cute. We absolutely love him to death. He is obviously their little heir. They are trying to have another little boy because, as we know, everyone needs an heir and everyone needs a spare. So we are hoping that that is the case, that they will have another little boy. We definitely want that for them. She has made breakfast for the family, and then I'm going to go ahead and get her to come on out here, and she can clean the cow, feed the cow, and she can milk the cow. And we are going to have her come on out and maybe she can harvest everything in the garden. Since it's not our main household, I'll go ahead and let her do that. So we are in August of 1381 currently, and just waiting on her to go ahead and go into labor here, which is wonderful news. We definitely need to go into labor. We'll also get her to collect the honey here. So we'll just queue up some things for her to handle. All right, so we can sell that. Yes, she can like gardening. And we'll put the milk in the fridge. And we'll go ahead and put all of the vegetables in the fridge that she's getting. We love that. That way they'll have some things that they can cook with. And they got some honey. So we love that. All right. Why don't you come on in here and grab a serving of this food. And then you can harvest these apples. And you can evolve all the plants. And I'll get her to do a little bit of the wash. She's like, I can't do the wash. Can you go to the washroom? I'm not sure why she can't do the wash. Do they not have a wash bin? All right, so we purchased them some chicken. She's just going to go ahead and scatter some feed. I'm going to have her go ahead and I'll upgrade this and let it have the upgrades to it so it can auto feed and things like that. So we love that for her. And then she's going to go ahead and praise him and, you know, have a little bit of a conversation with Emil. We absolutely love that. And maybe you can clean up this mess that he made. Can you not put this in, like, do something with these laundry? Do laundry in the wash tub. There's got to be a wash tub somewhere. Look at her rocking her rocking chair. We love that. Let's do a simple pattern. Let's do her a small hoop. She can make a rainbow stitch. She can't? Okay. Well, great. Oh, there's your wash bin. Why can't you do the laundry in it? Because that stool's in the way, I bet. Let's see if I can turn it around. There we go. Hang your clothes on the line and replace the water. And it looks like Robert is home from work. We're just going to go ahead and let him grab a serving of food here. He's feeling pretty hungry. So he's going to come and grab a serving of food. And he's just really, really desperate for fun. Work was pretty hard on him, it would seem. He's had a pretty rough day out. And, you know, that sometimes is the way it goes. But I am glad that he's home. Maybe he is going to be able to be around while, obviously, you know, she goes into labor and he'll be here for that. which will be fantastic because we definitely want that to take place. I want you to sleep. Can you sleep? Everyone needs to sleep. Poor Emil is like, I'm tired, but he has no bed to sleep in because he can't get up the little ladder there. But you know, it is what it is. All right, so she's just getting a little bit of much needed rest, and once she gets rested up, I'm pretty sure she's gonna go into labor. It would seem that she is probably in labor. She's feeling pretty uncomfortable. Let's see if she can have this baby. So Blythe is feeling pretty good currently. She's feeling focused. She was feeling really uncomfortable. I thought maybe she had gone into labor, but I guess she hasn't. It's not letting me click on anything. So I'm going to go ahead and give Emil a little bit of a bath, even though she really is the one that needs to take a bath. Okay, why won't it let you take a bath? Oh, that's why. Let's try now. Come take yourself a bath. Okay. So she's going to take herself a little bit of a bath, and then she's going to go ahead and get a little bit of breakfast going. She's feeling pretty hungry. She really didn't get a very good bath done, but it is what it is. So she's going to go ahead and grab herself a bite to eat here. She's feeling pretty hungry. And then maybe you can take another bath once you're done with that. Why don't you grab yourself a serving of this food, Emil? Okay, give Emil a bath because he seems to be pretty gross. As a matter of fact, everyone in this house seems to be pretty gross. Not sure what the problem is, but they are all pretty much struggling. Okay, can you clean up this mess? No. Can you clean up any of this mess? Okay, do we need a garbage can? Let's put them a garbage can out here. Let's do this can here. And maybe that'll help. Look at her sleep in the chair. I've lost control of them. She's finally in labor. Let's see if it can let me... have the baby with her. I don't know where my UI went, but it's gone. So let me fix that and I'll be right back. All right, so they have had another little boy. We absolutely love that for them. We are going to just open up the wheel for boy names, and we're going to see what we're going to go ahead and name this little one. So let's go ahead and open up that wheel now, and we will see what we're going to name that little baby. So let's go ahead and give that a spin. So we are going to name this little one Conrad. This is going to be Conrad Goodwell. So let's go ahead and we are going to name this baby Conrad Goodwell. And it is a single birth. Let's go ahead and we are going to just pull up our dice. We're going to roll for mom and baby and see if they're going to make it. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls an 18 and survives. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 15 and survives. So I'm just going to update this on our timeline, and then we will age up this little one and move on with getting the photo for our family tree. Okay, so Conrad Goodwell was born in August of 1381 to Robert and Blythe Goodwell. Let's go ahead and we are just going to have her feed this little one, and then she can age up little Conrad.
Getting a new boo. Oh, you're glad. A new boo. Oh, new boo, I move. Oh.
All right, let's age Conrad up, and then we will hop into cast and give him his makeover. Conrad is a Scorpio. We absolutely love that. Scorpios are somewhat withdrawn from social activities. They are forceful and determined in more practical pursuits. They get along with other Scorpios and are attracted to Pisces and Leos. They do not match usually with Libras or Aquarius. And let's go ahead and hop into cast with Conrad and give him his makeover. Okay, so Conrad is an intense infant. Let's go ahead and give him his makeover now. Looks like he got his black hair from his mom. So let's go ahead and do that now. And there is our little green-eyed Conrad. He is a handsome little devil. Let's go ahead and get his photo for the family tree. And we're going to jump back into the game. It is time for us to go, and we are going to see our main household now. So let's go and jump in with them. Okay, so we have made it into our main household, and as we know, we do need to get Diana and Roger to go ahead and try for a baby, because as we know, this is our main household. They do need an heir. So we are just going to have Roger go ahead and approach Diana, and we are going to have him try for a baby with her. He is just going to have them try for a baby. We'll just try for the baby in the bed so that they can hopefully expand their family. As we know, they do need to have like 9 children. And obviously, if they become the legacy family, they would have unlimited tries for baby, but they definitely need an heir. Currently they have 2 daughters, and they are watching over Florence, which is Xavier's little girl, but they desperately need an heir. She has had a couple of sons, but they have died as stillborns, and so she's wanting to continue to try. He's obviously wanting to continue to try. He wants someone that he can pass his legacy down to. Even if they don't become the main family and they don't take over this farm and they aren't the people that are going to continue on this storyline, he still wants someone that he can pass his name down to. And so having a son is very, very important to him, and he's just trying to stress that to Diana. Not that she really needs all that much convincing, because she feels the same as he does, And so I don't think that he would have to really convince her too strongly of that, but they are definitely just having this discussion here, and he's just like telling her how important it is for them to have a son. And she's like, I understand, honey, that this is important to you, and they've become good friends. I love that they've become good friends. So they're going to go ahead and go on in here. The girls, as you can see, are just playing with dolls, which is super precious. I absolutely love that Florence and Edith are getting along so well. The fact that they're cousins and they're being raised together, I think is going to make their relationship really, really strong. I think they're going to be, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? This little child's streaking. I was going to say I think they're going to be really close, which they might, but we have one that's streaking here. I'm just going to have Diana come in here. She's going to go ahead and take herself a pregnancy test, and we're going to see if she's pregnant, and she is eating for 2. We absolutely love that. She's going to go ahead and come on in here, let Roger know the great news. He will be ecstatic about this because, as we know, he's definitely wanting children. He's definitely wanting a son, and so I think he's going to be thrilled about this news and thrilled about the fact that their family is expanding and that he is going to have another shot at having a son soon. So Roger's going to be really, really excited about that. I am just going to get her to go on down and grab something to eat because she is feeling quite hungry. There's got to be something down here that she can eat. Maybe we can come and get her to grab a serving of this cheese and fruit, and we love that. Can you come grab a serving? And everyone can just come grab a serving of this fruit and cheese. Amira is probably feeling a little bit hungry as well, so we will have to get someone to feed Amira at some point. Amira's like, someone just, put me in this crib and didn't feed me. Yeah, we totally did that. We will get Mom to feed you. I know, it's pitiful. It really is. We'll get Mom to come up and breastfeed you, honey. It'll be fine. So after you're done eating, Diana, you can go upstairs and you can feed Amira. We are currently coming up into September of 1381 now, and we absolutely love that. The year is just zooming by, which is fantastic. When we head into October, we do have several more birthdays coming down the pipe, as well as more try for babies that we need, which is fantastic. That we are going to continue trying to expand our community and get more people to try for babies. We do have other people also that are expecting to give birth to babies, so we should have more babies that are due, and so that is really exciting as well. And we absolutely love that. There are a lot of babies that had been born, and they all have to be basically aged up really at the same time. And so there is a lot going on in 1381 as far as birthdays are concerned. But Diana is just going to come up here and take care of Amira now, give her a little bit of a feed so that she's not feeling hungry, and then we will go ahead and get Diana to take a little bit of a nap because she's starting to feel a little bit tired. So we will have her go ahead and get some much needed rest going on. We don't have any beds for the little ones, which is definitely not ideal. They don't have anywhere that they can really sleep because all we have are these twin beds. We probably should change those into toddler beds, but I have not done that. So right now they're just... So maybe I'll go ahead and change out these beds and put toddler beds in because we need toddler beds for the children. So let me do that now. I'll just put that one there and that one there, and then they'll be able to sleep. All right, so we'll let the girls come in here and get themselves a little bit of much needed rest. I think they could stand to get a little bit of rest here. Amira is feeling pretty tired as well, so we're going to put her down and let her go to sleep. Put Amira down so she can get some rest. Amira's like, let me go to sleep. All right, Diana, you go on and go off to bed. Everyone's feeling pretty tired. It's really, really early in the morning and they didn't get much rest. So we're just going to let everyone kind of get a little bit of much needed rest, which is going to be fantastic. And we love that. Roger, why don't you go ahead and go in there and get yourself some rest too? Okay, why can't you get to this bed? There we go. All right, so everyone is just going to go and take themselves a much needed sleep. Roger, why are you refusing to go to sleep? Go in there and get some sleep. There you go. All right, we love that. And Mary Goodwell, which is his sister's, calling, saying that she thinks Brent Perkins is pretty cute. Should she ask you him out? Sure, go ahead. Once he gets a little bit of rest, we'll get him to come on out and take care of the animals, and we'll have him clean the coop and collect the eggs. Collect the eggs and clean the coop and clean the shed, clean the cow, feed the cow, and take care of all of the things that need to be taken care of. Maybe you can come out and milk the cow. That'll be fantastic. And it is Friday, which is October of 1381, which we absolutely love. It is time for us to start working on the next birthdays that we need. So we are going to go ahead and head over to see Freya Meshram. Freya Meshram is aging up into a child. So we are going to go ahead and head over to see Freya Meshram now. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Meshram house. This is little Freya here. She is aging up into a child. As we know, for children, they can't roll a 4 or a 13. We are going to go ahead and open up the wheel, or the dice, and we're going to give that a spin and see what Freya rolls. So Freya is rolling a 2 and is going to survive. So she does get another 28 days. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the timeline, and then we are going to age her up and give her her makeover and get her photo for the family tree. All right, so for her traits, she got detached, unpredictable, and an artesian, and she is an artistic prodigy. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. All right, so there's little Freya Meshram. Let's go ahead and get her photo for the family tree. And now we are going to jump over and we are going to see Edwin Eldridge. Okay, so we have arrived in the Eldridge residence. We have arrived here with little Edwin. He is an infant. We are going to be aging him up to a toddler. As toddlers, they can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. We are going to pull up our dice and give little Edwin his roll and see what he rolls and if he's going to be able to make it to toddlerhood. And he rolls a 15 and is scheduled to roll to see how long he's going to survive with us. And he rolls a 2, which means he gets 1 year with us. He is going to pass away in 1382. So I will put that on the timeline that Edwin Eldridge is scheduled to die in 1382, and we will go ahead and hop into cast with him and give him his makeover. All right, Edwin was an intense infant. As a toddler, he's going to be slow to warm up temperament and wild. And let's go ahead and give him his makeover. And here is little Edwin Eldridge, and let's get his photo for the family tree. And now we are going to hop over and we're going to see Beatrice Meshram. Okay, so we have made it here in the Von Schwann family with little Beatrice Meshram. As we know, this is Alba's little one. She is aging up to a toddler. She can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. So let's go ahead and roll for her and see what she's going to make it, like if she's going to make it to a toddlerhood. She rolls and she rolls a 4. We're going to roll a d4 to see how long she's going to be with us. And she's going to be with us for 2 years. So I'll put that on the timeline, and then we will age her up to a toddler. And Beatrice is a calm infant. As a toddler, she is going to be having an imagination developmental delay, and she's going to be talkative. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. Okay, so here's little Beatrice Meshram. Let's go ahead and get her photo for the family tree. And now we are going to hop over and we are going to go and see Clark Petechia. And we have arrived in the Petechia household. This is little Clark. We are just going to age him up to a toddler. Let's go ahead and roll for him. He can't roll, as we know, a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. Let's give that a spin. And he rolls a 14 and gets 16 more days. So let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give him his makeover. Clark is a cautious infant, and as a toddler, Clark is going to be charmer and always sleepy. And let's go ahead and give him his makeover. There is little Clark Petechia. Let's get his photo for the family tree. And we are now going to hop over and we're going to see Emile Arundel. We have arrived here in the Arundel home with Emile. Emile is aging up to a toddler. He can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. Let's go ahead and roll the dice and see what he's going to get. He rolls a 12. Let's roll and see how long he's going to have with us. He is going to have 2 years with us. So I will put that on the timeline, and then we will go ahead and hop into Cass and age him up. And Emile is a cautious infant. As a toddler, he is going to be curious and bouncy. And let's give him his makeover. All right, there is Emile Arundel. And let's check in on Deanna and see how far along she is. She should be about to give birth. All right, Deanna, let's go ahead and check in on you. She is very large here, and oh, I think you need to go off to work, sir. We're just going to go ahead and send him off to work. And Deanna here is just needing to go ahead and give birth to her little one. So we are just going to go ahead and let her go in here and give birth to her baby. I know, it's pitiful. It really is. But you should be able to give birth to this baby, honestly. Have this baby. All right, so we're just going to go in here with Deanna. We're going to let her have this baby and see how that goes.
Oh. Yashona.
It is currently November of 1381, and we are almost through with this part of 1381. She did have a girl, so we are going to open up the wheel for girl names, and we'll see what we're going to name this little one. So let's go ahead and open that up now and give that a spin. And we are going to name this little one Abilene. Abilene Arundel. And it is a single birth. We are just going to go ahead and open up our dice, and we're going to see what it is that we're going to roll for mom and baby. And we're going to see if mom and baby can survive. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 14 and survives. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 5 and survives. So I am just going to update the timeline, and then we will age up the little one here, Abilene, and then we will give her makeover and get her photo for the family tree. All right, so let's go ahead and feed this little one, and then we will be able to age her up and get her to... She's like, I can't feed her. Okay, fine. Give her a rock, and then you will be able to age her up, hopefully. So just rock this little one and give her a little bit of love, and then we'll be able to age her up, hopefully. And then we'll be able to give her her makeover and get her photo for the family tree. And then after we do that, we're going to head over because Taylor should be going into labor, and we'll be seeing Taylor give birth. So that's going to be exciting. Can you go ahead and age up this little one? And Abilene is a Sagittarius. Jovial and carefree, Sagittarians are also blessed with boundless energy. Unfortunately, this combination can make them restless and careless. They get along with other Sagittarius and are attracted to Pisces and Capricorn. They don't match with Leo or Libra or Scorpio. All right, let's hop into Cass and give her her makeover. And Abilene got brown hair like her mom. She is a sunny infant, and let's give her her makeover. And there is Abilene Arundel. Let's get her photo, and let's go ahead and jump into the game and go see Taylor now. Okay, so we are here with Katya. I don't know why I was thinking Taylor. I think I was thinking of her mother's name. Her name's Katya. She's Taylor's daughter. Katya is in labor, so we are going to go ahead and let her have her baby. Katya and her husband, Alan Eldridge, are having their second child. I don't know if it's actually their second child. They may have had more children, but let me take a look and see if this is their second. Katya, where are you? It's a boy. Okay, great. Katya, where are you? Katya and Alan Eldridge. So they've had 2 children, a daughter that passed away, and Edwin, their son, who is alive. And now they've had another son. So we are going to open up the wheel for boy names, and we are going to give that a spin and see what it is we're going to name this little boy. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. We are going to name this little guy George. So this is going to be George Eldridge. And it is a single birth. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to spin or roll the dice for mom and baby, and we're going to see what it is we're going to get. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls and gets a 9 and survives. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls and gets a 10 and does not survive. So we have lost George. I will update this on the timeline, and we are going to have to take this little one away from mom. So I will go ahead and put that on the timeline that we have lost George Eldridge died. And I will go ahead and take mom and baby, or baby from mom. All right, so George Eldridge was their last chance at a baby. He was born and died in November of 1381. Let's go ahead and take George away from mom. So their only son now is this little one, Edwin. George is no longer going to be with us, so we hate that. And I am so sorry, Katya, but unfortunately you have lost your son, and also you have no more tries for a baby, because those were all the tries that you were going to get. And so she is done having children now. We are going to now hop over to see Elise-Marie von Schwann and let them try for a baby. She's so sad. I hate to see that. That hurts me so badly. Okay, so we have arrived here in the home of the von Schwanns. As you can see, we have Elise-Marie here. We are just going to go ahead and get her to try for a baby with Conrad. She is going to go ahead and approach him and see if he will try again for her with a baby. They want to expand their line. They have a lot of children, but a lot of their children have rolled to not have children, and so their line isn't expanding as I had kind of thought it would, which is really unfortunate, because I kind of thought that the vampire line was really going to expand, and it really isn't. Being that they're immortal, you would think that their line would really grow, but that just hasn't seemed to be the case here. Our humans are definitely far outweighing our vampires in this story, and so I am trying to get our vampires to grow a little bit, but it just doesn't seem to be the case here. So we are heading into December here, and we are just going to finish up the year here with these two trying for a baby. We are going to see if they are successful in that, and hopefully they are. And we will have her go ahead and take a pregnancy test and see if they are successful in the try for baby area. And hopefully she is going to be expecting. Are you expecting? What is the verdict? She's like, I'm dizzy as all get out. I don't feel well. I'm sorry, Elise-Marie. I really am. She is not pregnant. Okay, well, let's try again with them and see if we can get them to get pregnant. I just want to try once more, and if they can't get pregnant again this try, then we will say that for whatever reason they are just unable to have babies. I don't know what the deal is with that. We are coming up in 1382. We're going to have some teens that we're rolling to find out if they are going to be getting married, which is going to be exciting. We're finally going to have some new blood, so to speak, in the marriage arena, which is going to be nice because it's been a while since we've had any new blood in the marriage arena. So that's going to be exciting to see. So I am excited about that, and seeing that we're going to have new matches coming along and new families that are going to be coming up. Are you going to try for a baby here again? Okay, great. All right, so they're trying again, and we will see if that was successful, obviously, when they are done with that. And hopefully they will be able to be pregnant here. We have had many birthdays in this second part. We've had a couple of babies. We've lost a baby, which was really sad. I hate that. I really do. What is the verdict? Drogo and Edwin have a difficult family dynamic. Okay. And Elise-Marie is eating for two. Okay, we love that. She did get pregnant. We are going to just let her tell him. He's super excited about this news. I love that he's excited about it. I knew he would be. He's definitely a family man. Conrad is. So he loves that they're having another little one. So we love that for them. And we are just going to go ahead and leave this episode off here with this great ending of finding out that our vampire line is going to once again grow, and hopefully she will be expecting and will have some children that will hopefully age up and will survive and will be able to marry and have children, because I really would like for that to take place, because obviously, like, we want them to go ahead and be able to have children and our vampire line to continue to grow. But that being said, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode off here. What are you doing to your mother? She's pregnant. Don't be messing with her. Oh, they're playing tricks on each other. Okay, we love that. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to leave this off here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live in the future. And I will see you guys in 1382, where we're going to be having lots more birthdays. We're going to, like I said, have some teen birthdays to find out also if we're going to have some marriages coming down the way. And we are most likely going to be seeing some more births being done, which is great news. We are also getting closer to our people coming home from war. That will be taking place obviously in 1384, but we are getting closer and closer to that, and I am super excited for that, because obviously I want Xavier to, come home. I'm hoping that that is going to take place. And so I am excited for things to come in the story. And I will see you guys in the next one. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.